So,
Yeah?
Reverend Dana, today there was no magic box waiting in my office.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. What are we going to do then?
Well, it was disappointed, so instead, I brought a book from home that I wanted to share with the children and some of the adults. It's one of my favorite books. I read it with my son a lot. It's a book I brought from my house called Henry Hikes to Fort Worth.
Henry Hikes to Fort Worth. Okay.
I mean, Fitchburg.
Oh, Fitchburg.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, for me, I think
Similar.
about it like
yeah.
Fort Worth.
Yeah. Okay. Cool.
So, this is a book I really love, and it's about this guy, Henry David Thoreau.
Yeah.
And except in this book, he's a bear.
Well, there's something a little different about this cover. It looks a little weird. Are you sure that's the right book?
It's the right book. I don't know what you're talking about.
Okay.
So, I want to tell you a little story about Henry the bear who hikes to Fitchburg. So why don't we turn the page
Okay.
and see what that looks like.
Okay.
So, in this story, one of my favorite, there's these two bears. One of them is this guy named Henry, and he's got a friend. He and his friend are talking, and the friend says to him, let's go to Fitchburg, which is a town in Massachusetts. He says, let's go to Fitchburg this weekend. There's a new train. Why don't we take it together, and we'll go spend the weekend together in Fitchburg?
That sounds great. You can get there faster and then enjoy your time there in Fitchburg.
Well, that's what his friend thought.
Yeah.
I should go really fast and ride the train. But Henry said, you know what? It's actually going to take you longer to ride the train than if I walk.
Okay. Well, let's see, I guess.
Does that make sense?
Well, I don't know.
Well, so what he said was, if you ride the train, you're going to have to buy a ticket. And if you buy a ticket, you're going to have money. And if you have money, you're going to have to work. So you're going to have to do all of these different jobs and get paid for it before you can buy a ticket. Me, I'll just start walking. It's 30 miles, and I bet I get there before you do.
I don't know.
Let's
I think
see.
I'll try the train.
Let's turn the page and take a look. So, Henry's friend went right to work. She was milking the cows in the town square for Mr. Emerson and Mr. Alcott and their families.
Looks like fun.
It does look like fun, and I bet that she got paid pretty well
I
for
bet
it.
she did.
But if you look on the next page, you'll see that what Henry did, he just started walking. And sometimes he would find a rock wall, and he would explore it with a looking glass and pick up a snake or a flower, take notes about nature. He was having a blast.
Okay.
He's about 20 miles to Fitchburg.
It's got a ways to go.
He does. Let's turn the page.
Okay.
So here's his friend. I don't think her head is on a spike. I think she's painting.
What's
I think
painful?
she's painting a fence, I think.
Oh, well, that looks like fun. I love painting.
Well, I know that you do love painting, and I bet that his friend got paid a lot
Pretty
of good
good
money for
money.
it, but it took a
Yeah.
while. They had big fences in these
Yeah,
houses.
I know.
Let's turn the page and see what Henry's up to. Oh, he's going on a hike. See, he had a walking stick, and he kept this journal with him where he took all sorts of notes. He would even notice when different plants were flowering. And today, we kind of base some of our environmentalism on his notes he took about whether the planet's warming up. That's a tangent. But, so, Henry's walking along, and he's having his good time. He's about 10 miles to Fitchburg.
still,
A ways to go.
on foot.
Let's turn the page and see. Oh, look.
Hey, she arrived in Fitchburg.
She did. Looks like she's even got a little clock,
Little
a pocket
stopwatch.
watch.
Yeah, she's going to be on time. I bet she's going to beat Henry.
Well,
I bet
let's
she will.
see. All right, let's turn the page and see. Well, you know what? She did beat Henry there.
Yeah.
But just by a minute. And when he got there, she said, "Ha! See? I told you the train was faster." But he'd said, "Look, I know, but I stopped to pick blackberries."
Is he going to share them with her?
Of course.
Oh, okay, good.
What I love about this book that I read a lot at my house is that these two people didn't have to do things the same way to be friends. They didn't have to think the same. They didn't have to agree about how to get to the place on time. Are you friends with people who are different than you? Yeah?
Yeah,
Okay. Do you agree with your friends all the time?
definitely not.
No?
No.
No?
No.
I think one of the cool things about having a friend is that you get to be yourself. You don't have to pretend like you're somebody else when
Yep.
you're around a friend.
Yeah.
And that's what we're talking about today here in church, and it's what the children you're going to be talking about in your classrooms is about what it means to give yourself as a friend to somebody. How two people who are very different can still end up in the same place and be friends. So we hope that you and your teachers will talk about that as part of our year about what it means to be generous, about how to be generous to a friend. So if you'll please join me in singing our children to their classrooms. The words to the song, "Go Now in Peace," are found on the back cover of your hymnal.